How's it going, everybody? It is Sean, or the Armchair Coach, and welcome back to Heartbreak Simulator, otherwise known as UTSA Dynasty, Episode 12. We are up against Nebraska this week, as we will dive right into recruiting here. I'll update you with what we've got going on this week, and then we're going to be in a big home matchup against a Cornhuskers team that would love to upset us here as the number 11th ranked team in the country this week. Here's the update. I am obviously in a spending mood today because I sat here and threw some more NIL at these 4-star guys that we're trying to close out for. It might not be the smartest thing I've ever done, but I am doing it. Bite me. We need to bring in higher tier talent. This is higher tier talent personified here, and we will do whatever it takes. And once again, we talked about it before, we will probably see after year one on our roster with these guys that they will ask for less money. We're going to hope that that continues to be the case here. We've got a couple of other guys coming in for this game here against Nebraska, so let's hop in here. It's a big game, really trying to continue to bounce back after losing to Texas. We've got a tough Nebraska team that could really keep it close with us today. So we're going to have to hop in here and be on our absolute A game as we take on the Cornhuskers at home. Home matchup here against Nebraska. Can we pull off a win against I guess you would call it an opponent in a higher tier conference? I wouldn't necessarily say Nebraska is better than us, because we feel like we can compete with anybody. So let's go out here today and show them just that we are ready to compete. First moment of the game, we are going to be on defense on 4th and 3. We're kind of deep in our territory. They haven't pushed it too deep in it yet. They're in the shotgun here, really fear the run on a formation like this, but they're going to drop back, dump it off to the running back, and we will blow him up there. But it will not matter, obviously, as they pick up the first anyway. Now, 1st and 10, deep in our red zone here. They're on our 12-yard line. In the shotgun, they're going to do a read option, and we're going to blow the quarterback up this time. We are laying the hits like the prime Bounty Gate Saints today. So Jermaine Santana Diaz getting a piece of the bonus there. In the shotgun again on 2nd and 9. Really taking their time with the snap here. They're going to do a read option again. We're there to maybe blow it up again, but unfortunately he will break a tackle and pick up just a few. Now 3rd and 4. They are loving that shotgun formation as they continue to rely on it here. Dropping back to pass this time and throwing it to absolutely nobody. So they will go for it here again on 4th down. Can we get a stop here early? Get a nice goal line stand, give ourselves some momentum as we indeed will hold up inside the red zone here. Big early moment for us as we will once again be on defense for our next opportunity. I really hope I'm not playing defense all game again. Empty backfield here on 3rd and 10. Definitely looking for the pass. We're going to run some man coverage here, force them to beat us through the air again, as we are not able to keep up with the tight end there. I saw the route, just couldn't keep up. That's why we need better athletes at that Mike position, right? So 1st and 10 here on our 16. Not really the start we were looking for in this game. It's already deep into the 2nd quarter. We're not looking at any sort of scoring on offense, but I guess the positive of that is we also have kept them out of the end zone as well. 2nd and 4 now, in the shotgun again. And they're going to run the RPO this time. There is nothing but space for the receiver. We cannot bring him down. Touchdown, Nebraska. So off to a little bit of a worrisome start here as our offense manages to finally come alive here. It's like we just need a kick in the ass to get started, like your old laundry machine. As we will come out here on 1st and 10, looking to pass here perhaps, but not seeing anything developing at all. I mean, once again, let's go to the post-mortem here. Let's see. I mean, truly, maybe I could make this throw out here to Emmett Longo, but you're talking about me basically risking a really, really tight window throw in double coverage. Just not the smartest move. So we'll look to reassess what we're going to do here on 2nd down. Obviously kind of forced to pass the ball at this point, so we will probably look to get something done. We're going to send a guy in motion here. Emmett Longo doesn't have anybody chasing him. as we're just going to dump it off here for Deuce Lawrence and give ourselves third and manageable as the 2-minute timeout is here. Maybe we catch them with the fake jet here, and we run the handoff here to Deuce Lawrence. He'll go in motion as we are going to hand off, but they are there. So 4th and 7 here. We learned from the Texas game that taking points is just not something we can pass up on anymore. So we are going to take the field goal here, even though I would love to have gone for it there. We get the ball back here with a 2-minute opportunity. Don't worry if you heard that. That's just my phone falling on the floor. As it is 1st and 10 for us from the 45. We'll look to pass. I'm feeling a little bit spicy today. And we are going to go catch one with them at Longo. Touchdown. Okay, so maybe we've got a receiver with a little bit more ability to win those catches than last year, as Emmett Longo will go and win us one for a big one-on-one play touchdown here deep into the second quarter. So right before halftime, we managed to take the lead back as Emmett Longo is a little bit shy there. But what a catch here from him. Fighting the entire way and manages to snag it mid-air, touchdown, and oh my goodness, what a way to end the first half here. But we are going to be thrust right back in on defense here, as we will indeed have to keep them from picking it up here on 4th and inches. Gonna bring our corners up to play press. Don't let them get anything short, as they're gonna take a shot to the end zone here, and we cannot. What are we diving for there? You would think that it's just like the simplest thing in the world, right? Like, I time it up. What more can I do when my cornerback, or no, it's my free safety in this case. That's just bad luck for us, as he'll, cue some dramatic music as he slowly falls to the ground watching this receiver catch the touchdown. Oh my goodness. On to the next moment here. Can't win them all. That was definitely a sad moment for us, and we are once again on defense here. It would be really, really awful if we somehow lose both games against big opponents here, as they are going to drop back on 3rd and 10, and they're going to find a short completion. They're still struggling to move it a little bit here, as we are thrown into another 3rd down situation immediately here. Dropping back to pass again, rolling out, and they've got him open, but could not get it in there. And they're going to kick the field goal here, and our offense has not shown up to play today. I mean, that much is obvious here. We only have 10 points on the scoreboard. I haven't seen us move it at all, and we haven't had really any opportunity to even control our guys here, as they're going to go up and put one up, and we'll finally come down with one, as we will get the user pick with Cornell Bowie in the end zone. So our offense will come away with the ball there, unable to do anything with it here, but we finally do have another offensive opportunity in the red zone here, as we are getting deep into the 4th quarter, and we're going to hand off to Chad Drager, a big muscle guy, and he's going to muscle us down to the 5-yard line. Definitely content to maybe drain just a teeny bit of clock. Obviously don't want to make it so Nebraska can have the ball and end the game. We're forced with no time to win the game here, as Emmett Longo can't catch the ball. What are we talking about? I didn't even control him. So that is just the user drop, or not, the CPU dropping and failing me here, as it is 3rd and goal. We're going to try to maybe sneak one in with the run game, but no dice. So 4th and goal here. You would think that things would be pretty bleak here in this game if we can't find a touchdown, and it's going to be batted at the line. And it's where we've got 2 timeouts now. There's 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the game. And this is like every time. Well, I've run a blitz, and it just means that they get to score the football. I don't know what to say. I don't. It's like Moses parting the red fucking sea. Truly, what is this? We're talking about the biggest hole I've ever seen. I'm running a blitz. Like I'm running a blitz on this play. Where is it? We get absolutely destroyed. I mean, it's a 14-point game with 3 minutes left. It's over. We are going to fall to 3-2 in the early going of this season. How nice of them to give us an offensive moment after the game's already over, right? Why not? As we will drop one in for Prince Hall. I mean, obviously, we're trying to get something back here and in quick fashion as we're going to line up in the hurry up and snap it off quick. Nathan DeLuca is open. No timing window to speak of, however, to catch the ball as it's going to be second down here. I mean, it's just, it sucks that on paper, apparently, we're better than every team we play, but then we get out on the field and we're just as bad as them. Watched a video today on TikTok talking about how artificial Heisman difficulty feels and how no matter how good my team might be, they will always somehow manage to play down or up, or definitely just down to the level of competition we're playing. As we will drop back here on 2nd and 3, we're going to find Prince Hall. He's going to be open. I mean, man, if I was controlling every snap, maybe we'd have more success because look how easily we've driven the ball on them this drive. As once again, the 2-minute timeout's here. So, unfortunately, we're trying to score before that, so we had an opportunity to maybe not have to force an onside kick here, but that might have to be the case as we will drop one into George Nidgeman for the touchdown. I mean, yeah, a big onside kick. Theoretically, I'm not going to do this. We're going to kick it deep with 2 timeouts. There's still enough time on the clock where if we manage how we use the timeout here, we can still get the ball back with some time on the clock. This also relies on us being able to, I don't know, stop the run, which we love to not do when it's the most important. All right. Just that. It literally just that, and it's over. Not even going to bother watching the rest of the game. We didn't deserve to win it. I mean, the team obviously still 5 years in, isn't ready to win a championship. Am I just bad at this game? Is that really what it is? I can't envision how it's not my fault when the team does nothing in the sim. We threw the ball 25 times. Most of those were when I was on the field at the end of the game. And then we did, nothing in the run game. Like, why are we so heavily relying on a run game when it's not working? Why can't we pivot to what was working, which was getting the ball to our receiver? Why can't the CPU do that in the sim? Instead, I'm given the worst possible situation. So, God, like, I'm sorry, I'm so frustrated, but we're 12 episodes into this series, and we now need to win out just to have a shot at the college football playoff this year. And even if we get in, we're just going to get bounced because this team sucks. I don't understand how this team doesn't play to top-tier competition. But, all right, moving on to the next one. Yeah, and the other side effect of losing that means we probably lose like 3 or 4 recruitment. Yeah, there's a lovely update. Awesome. Be back soon. Okay. Like, if my frustration couldn't get any worse with how things are going, right? I want you to take a look here as we look at who we could possibly replace the strong safety prospect that just locked us out. Take a look and see where the nearest option to replace him is at. I'm going to make sure it's not too fast for you so you can really take in the gravity of our fucking situation. Yeah. No, Yep, it's still going. There he is. That's the next available player here in week 7. EA, what is this, dude? What did I do to you? Like, genuinely, what did I do to you to deserve this kind of shit? So, obviously, we're just screwed, or strong safety. The only other option I can think of is finding a free safety who's still available here, and then trying to then transfer them over to strong safety. But it looks like, okay, we can maybe do it with Tua Malga here, but that's kind of the only option, and he's a JUCO guy. We'll kind of take it at this point because it's the only choice we have. And then we also added a new tackle prospect here in Ezekiel Hurt. Ironic that your name would be that, huh? As he looks decent enough for a 4-star. We'll give him exactly what he's expecting because no one else is offered him yet, and then we will send him our normal package here. I mean, my joy for the rest of the season has indeed been just stolen from me. In the dark of the night, Nebraska came and took what was left of my hopes for our season, and like I said, we're 5 years in at this point. You would think we would be closer. You would think that we would have won that Nebraska game at the very least. It just didn't happen, unfortunately. But we're still trying to close out the recruitments on the rest of these guys here, and we'll try to enter the recruitment for Ezekiel Hurt, but it's looking pretty bleak now for John Wilcox. Obviously, after that visit, it went horribly, and it's probably not going to end up working out for us in that recruitment either. This is just not a great recruiting class, unfortunately, anymore either, and it's all by our own hand, but this is a bye week, so I will see you once we update recruiting next week. Okay, well, the update that we kind of expected was indeed true. We lost the running back that we were going after. I mean, guys, this season is just falling apart at the seams. I don't know what to do at this point. I mean, we're just... The saddest part about this is we still have 3 games left of this episode, and I'm going to have to somehow act like I'm very excited about 3 completely winnable games that we'll probably struggle to win. But we add JD Caps here to the board. Doesn't currently have any offers, so we're definitely going to try to make a move for him. And then Ezekiel Hurt here, we do end up moving into his recruitment, but Texas A&M is also making a push for him. So probably won't end up winning it, but what are we going to do at this point? And we're just going to continue to try and make something happen here. Oh, yeah, that's right. We still have Tim Tuamalga here that we have to offer something, as we will offer him a scholarship and begin recruiting him as well, trying to lure him away, I guess, from Michigan State. I mean, I've got a lot of thoughts, probably not any that I could say without getting in a lot of trouble on YouTube, but this is where we are, unfortunately. The dysfunction is real. Unfortunately, I just don't know how to fix it. Like, maybe if I change our playbook here, I don't know, let's just spitball with ourselves. We've been running the UTSA playbook. Maybe we switch to something different. Maybe we go to, maybe we go with a multiple playbook because we have a variety of talent. I don't know. Let's see how this does against Rice today. It's just, does it really make a difference? I don't know. We're just trying anything at this point. Let's get to it. Okay, so away from home today to face Rice. Here we are in another bounce back game for the second time this year. I mean, I'm really fearful at this point to see if we can even do that after the performances we put up against teams I feel like we should be on even ground against. But let's find out what kind of team we've got today against Rice. So our first moment of today is going to be an opportunity to take over the offense for a big first quarter drive. And first things first, we're going to start establishing our run game here as we'll hand off to Deuce Lawrence and pick up 6 there. 2nd and 4 here. We are going to dial up our passing game, get Briggs Cherry into a rhythm. Obviously, he's cold to start here, which is insane to think about here at Rice, as we are going to have to step up and only pick up about, what was that, nothing, if anything. As it's going to be 3rd and 7 on our first drive. We're going to step up and try to fire one into Emmett Longo, and he will catch one despite being sandwiched between 2 guys there. And it'll be 1st and 10. Chad Draghi in the backfield for us here on 1st and 10. And, I mean, obviously we're trying out a new playbook here, so a lot of these concepts are going to be brand new to us, as we will dial up a pass here on 2nd and 9. Rice is playing an interesting formation here. They don't really have anyone on top of Deuce Lawrence as... Okay, I need to do some research real quick. Hold on. Okay, all right, hold on. Let me see something. So the guy who just bitched my right guard is 72 overall. It's a 72 overall gap specialist with 74 strength. And if we look here, at who our right guard is. Yeah, that's Eli Thorne that just got shoved down like he's a little child who's in front of a fucking piñata at a birthday party. Like, what are we talking about? How does that happen? I mean, this is what I'm talking about. It's the artificial difficulty, the CPU deciding that it's going to be better than you on whatever play it decides. As we're going to have to try to dump something off here just to try to get close on fourth. And on fourth, we're probably going to look to go for it here, as we will bring out the heavy set here and try to run through this Rice defense with Chad Draghi. And we'll do just that as space opens up, but just a lot of hullabaloo there. Can't really sort through the traffic. We do get the first down, though. That's the most important part of that, as we will come out on 1st and 10. Let's see if maybe we can get Emmett Longo a one-on-one opportunity. It looks like they are playing pretty safe as far as him. Oh, so you do know how to slide, Briggs Cherry. Okay. The last couple episodes, we've really been wondering if you are able to even do that. 1st and 10 here. Can we get an RPO going? They are all over at that time, so we'll hand off again, and Draghi will explode through the hole and pick up another first for us as we get into the red zone and a 1st and goal opportunity here. No hurry to change our plan here as we'll hand off to Deuce Lawrence and get inside the 5 to the 3. So 1st and goal here, or 2nd and goal here, my fault, as we are going to hand off to Deuce Lawrence. Once again, makes a quick cut, gets no yardage though, as it is going to be 3rd and goal. I mean, you would truly think that we would have more success running the ball down here against Rice. But, I mean, once again, I guess it just gets really hard to throw anything in the red zone, as we are going to throw one up. Why couldn't I change to my receiver? Okay. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 3 here. I mean, what is happening that we just have such problems scoring inside the 5-yard line? I mean, it's every game, right? As we will rifle one in for George Nijman to come away this time with points. But every single drive, we've got to hold our breath, even against a team like Rice here. So next opportunity is a 3rd and 10 for us inside of Rice's territory, just barely, as, I mean, they bring the cornerback blitz. We've got no time to throw. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, right? Where this is every game. There's no game outside of, like, maybe the first couple of this season, right, where I can truly feel that the pressure is off. Every other game, even here in the American Conference against a Rice team who shouldn't even be able to hold our socks here, as we will lay a dime in for George Nijman that time. We're kind of struggling. Although we are up 14-0, although now it's 14-7, 21-7, and we have the ball back. I don't know. I don't know what to make of the results we're putting up on the field. It's just like, if I feel like we're doing well, then we start playing awful. If I feel like we're doing awful, we start playing well, as Briggs Cherry's using the wheels to their maximum here, and he will get to the opposite side of the field, to the 46, and we'll continue to run the football here, but this time we'll actually hand it off to a running back here. Chad Draghi behind him in the pistol here. He's going to hand off. Chad Draghi's going to make a cut, and he's got space. He's got the speed to get to the end zone, but Rice will be able to bring him down here, but not before he enters the red zone. So we switch back to a passing play here, give Draghi a chance to catch his breath, as we are going to drop back and nothing really doing. We're going to have to roll out and throw this one away. I mean, Rice playing some crazy pass defense. I don't know what to throw in order to beat it. George Nijman has kind of been having a successful day, as we will look to him once again. Can't time that up. I mean, the timing was as close as we could possibly make it. 3rd and 10 now, unfortunately, as we're just going to try to get a manageable situation, and nope, we just get sacked. I mean, Rice's pass rush against our offensive line is Alabama versus nobody, because nobody's blocking here. Enrico Migueli would rather watch our right guard do some offensive line work instead of, I don't know, picking up the free rusher on the edge. This game's great, guys. Beautiful product, EA. I'm so glad that I continue to play this. A prison of my own making. Yeah, shut up. I like college football too much. I like the fact that there's finally NIL in this game. For everything that's bad about this game, there's also something that's so good, and it's the most frustrating thing on the planet here. As it is 3rd and 1 for us, we'll hand off to Chad Draghi, and can't really do much as we were getting sandwiched from both sides, but we do pick up the first, and now we will be left with yet another field goal opportunity. A little bit traumatized by our last couple of episodes with field goals, but we will put this one up and through to make this a 27-7 game. So Rice finally manages to get a touchdown here in the 4th to make this a 13-point game, but we are pushing the ball into their red zone here as we will get our next opportunity. We're going to hand off to Chad Draghi here on 1st down. And finally, our offensive line doing some mauling of their own as we pick up a big 1st down here inside their 5-yard line. As you know, our kryptonite. So let's see if we have any sort of luck this time. Nope. Instant shed from their guy right there. Stops us dead in our tracks. Everything is going according to plan, guys. As on 2nd and goal here, maybe we go and give George Nijman a chance. I switched over to him so early, and I didn't get the timing meter to show up until so late. I didn't think there was going to be one because of it, as we will throw one to Emmett Longo here for a touchdown. This game is just, oh my God, it's playing games with me. I thought I hopped on here to play some games, but in fact, the game has hopped on here to play games with my brain. As it's 4th and 11 here for Rice. They're going to fake the handoff like anybody's going to believe that in a situation like this. Turn your head around, please, guys. Please. Can we start using our brains? I feel like Nick Saban, right? We're up by 21. I shouldn't care this much, but it's just every play I'm noticing how awful our team continues to be. It's Jermaine Santana-Diaz. What are you looking at, pal? What are you looking at? Don't look at me. It's not my fault you're not paying attention to the dude who's catching the ball on you, dude. Anyway, 1st and 10 here. 2:39 left in the game now. Still really would like to get a stop or a turnover. I mean, we're always searching to get a turnover when we're on defense, as they will pick up 6 there. We have forced 2 interceptions today, so that's a positive for our defense. It's just our offense just not really producing on their own. And the fact that Rice's offense is producing as much as it is, even if we're getting turnovers, is still also frustrating. If we're talking about ourselves as a dominant football program, are we a dominant football program if we are letting Rice put even 14 points on the board against us, as we will? Oh my gosh. They cut that one short because that man just got sent to the hospital, as it will be 2nd and 10 here. Still looking to pass the ball. We'll keep playing man coverage because we seem to be holding up pretty well there, and they will throw it away as our pressure gets home after about 3 business weeks. And 3rd and 10, we're going to continue to rely on that man coverage. Cornerbacks have been playing really well in it up until this point. This is the time for us to continue to come through as they're going to step up, but we are going to be there with our user. Good reading of the quarterback's intentions that time, as they are going to go for it on 4th. Once again, going to go with the man, as no zones to user, so we will play on the D-line. Can we get some pressure home? No. They're going to scramble, and we are there with our star free safety who kind of sold us in the last game, but we're not going to talk about that. Minute 30 here to go. Can we close out this game now is the question. I mean, they're not even calling timeouts, so, I mean, the game's over, so I think it just kind of bugged out and didn't put us back in the moments there, but we'll go ahead and hit one of these. And yep, just like that. So we do manage to bounce back against Rice after what was a pretty rough showing last week. So Briggs Cherry goes 17 of 32 today for only a 199, but 4 touchdowns, really coming through inside the red zone. As Chad Draghi goes 16 for 119, and no touchdowns on the ground today, which is kind of a rarity from our team, as George Nijman and Emmett Longo both have big games on the outside. Pretty good showing, I would say, from our squad, all things considered, as once again I continue to neglect our defensive stats. What am I talking about? So as far as like tackles for loss go, we were getting into their backfield and producing some disruptive plays, and definitely getting after the quarterback as well, and turning him over even. We'll take that kind of defensive performance. I mean, Rice having 14 points at the end of the game isn't awful. However, we just I mean, the dominance on the field is concerning. That's a game that should have been smooth sailing from start to finish, and it didn't feel like that. And the question becomes, when does it? As we will move on to next week. And we will see a hard commitment here from Brian Hooks, a 4-star. So we do finally have some success in the high school recruiting game here, as he will commit to the Roadrunners, and we probably are going to end up losing this battle for John Homer here. I mean, he's going to visit SMU next week or in a few weeks. They've got a better pipeline. It's just not going to work out. And we're in a situation, right, where we've got to just realize where we are losing. Like here for Greg Kearns, as I guess the Week 7 visit didn't impress him all that much, unfortunately. We couldn't win the recruitment for the kicker we were going after, so we had to readjust. Holy God, this guy's bad, but there's no other options. And it's like, do I just give up on recruiting a kicker this year, or do I literally just bring in a 2-star that's junk and pray that we can develop him? That's just probably not going to be. We're just going to end up leaving that out this year. Maybe we can get a punter at least and do our system. There are a couple guys left here. They're all okay. But, I mean, Darrell Bada is already in his top 5. Okay, Drew Bland isn't in his top 5 yet, but he does have an offer from Illinois. Like, I'm not interested in an accurate archetype. I will tell you that straight up. We don't need an accurate punter. What is punting accuracy? I mean, I understand, like, the ability to punt or pin them down inside the 20, but that's just not something. Like, we want a big leg. We want to be able to actually have the leg to pin them down deep, even when we're not inside of their field position. So we are probably not going to end up with a kicker and punter in this class, which is a little bit concerning. We'll actually have to really prioritize those next year, which I don't like having to do, but that's the situation we're dealt, and we'll have to pivot at center as well. I'll add one to the board, scout him, and then that's really the update for recruiting, as we're still just trying to close out these other ones, hoping that our points are good enough and our money is good enough for these recruits. Man, would you believe me if I told you there was no 3-star defensive tackles left either? This is just the best season ever. Oh my goodness. As we will hop in here to our next matchup at East Carolina, and this should be our last road game for some time here, but we will hop in and see what we have for the Pirates today. All right, so we find ourselves away from home at ECU against the Pirates today, as they are wearing their blackout uniforms, as we will take the field and continue to maybe build up some momentum. We really probably could use that after the rough start to the season we've had. 10-2 is still an attainable goal and still worthy of a college football playoff spot. None of those losses were conference losses. So we can definitely still go out here, win the American, and maybe by the end of the season, we will be in better form to play some of those higher-ranked, better squads. As we will hop in here to the moments and see what kind of squad we've got today. Okay, first moment already on defense. It would be nice, like, if we could set the vibe for a game by not having to help our defense out on third down. But we are going to be able to step up and make a big tackle with Paul Wimper there, as we will get the ball for a big first quarter drive. 1st and 10 on our own 7, so long first quarter drive as well while we're at it. And we are going to hand off here to Deuce Lawrence. We've seen him break big runs for us multiple times, as he's going to get dragged down there after a gain of 12. And once again, I really want to get our passing game in order here. Want to get our quarterback, Briggs Cherry, into a rhythm, as that is nowhere. I mean, that wasn't even a risky pass. That was just a nothing burger pass. Okay, that's not how you establish a rhythm. Let's turn to the run here on 2nd and 10. Going to hand off here to Chad Draghi, and he's going to push his way forward for just about 3. Not the look or the game we were hoping for on that play. And it is 3rd and 7. In the shotgun, we're going to drop back and look to pass as Prince Hall's open, but we can't. Oh, my gosh. I mean, how much better? How much more open? How much Wow, my gosh. This is the stuff that's killing me, guys. This is the stuff that is actually legitimately killing me. I do everything in my power to put that ball in the right spot. Quarterback accuracy decides that it's not my time. I don't know what it is. I truly don't know. As it is 3rd and 7 on our next opportunity here, we're going to drop back to pass. And we're going to find Nazir Amos. No, he's going to drop it after getting contact in the air. The degree to which I struggle, I guess, I don't know, to read the defense or whatever, as we will finally find a completion there to Emmett Longo. Is it really the thing that is holding us back? I mean, I definitely think there are more opportunities for us to score if I don't miss out on so many of these crucial 3rd down conversions. But, man, I just hate that we're in so many of them in the first place. It sucks that I have to step in there and make a big play for us instead of our offense being able to handle their business. 2nd and 7, though, we're going to drop back to pass. George Nijman maybe earning a shot there. I mean, no window to speak of. Please give it back to us. Let the game be a little bit fun, you know? As it's 3rd and 7 here. We're going to drop back to pass. We'll find Nazir Amos. No, they're going to be able to read that. Okay. That's, I mean, I guess I could have found Prince Hall. It just sucks. I mean, I don't know if I have the time to really read the field that fast, or maybe I'm just not fast enough at reading the field to make those plays. But anyway, we will put 3 points through the posts here and take a 3-0 lead at ECU as they are unable to do anything on offense. I mean, this has really been a heavily defensive battle here as it's 3rd and 9. A 3-0 ball game here nearing halftime. I mean, nobody's shown up to play today except for maybe the defense and Emmett Longo. The return of James Madison as he is going to come down big for us as we will take a 10-0 lead here. Definitely going to continue to look to get Emmett Longo those one-on-one shots because he has come up clutch for us multiple times here. As we take a 17-0 lead here, and deep into the 4th here, ECU manages to storm back and get a few points of their own. Holy cow, a lot of this game just passed us by without us doing much, as we are up 24-10 here, and we are given a 3rd and short situation to hand off and pick up a first, as an ECU guy will go down with injury. And we are in the red zone and handed the reins here as we get deep into this game, almost ready to win it. If we can really go down here and score it, that would seal it, I would think, as it's going to be 3rd and 6 after I tried to throw the RPO, but nothing happened. 3rd and 6, you know who's got one-on-one coverage there on the outside, who's been balling in one-on-one coverage lately. Oh my God, he comes down with it again. Don't point at the ref. Don't get it. Don't get a penalty. Touchdown, Emmett Longo. Oh my goodness. Why have we not come to this, well, sooner? I've been so scared of the one-on-one shot, I forgot how good it can be. We didn't time it up the best, but his stats take over, and we get the touchdown anyways. He's going to reach behind him to snag that one. Looking a little bit like George Pickens, a receiver that, oh my goodness, I would love to have a receiver with his kind of hands on my team. As it is 4th and down for ECU, they're going to throw one and do manage to pick themselves up a first down. But this game is over. It is a 31-10 dominant showing from us as we will continue to put some momentum in our sails. Today, passing-wise, just over 230 yards passing, only about 58% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns to an interception from Briggs Cherry. Our rushing game, not very existent today. Chad Draghi only rushing for about 3 yards a carry. That's definitely discouraging. And then through the air, Emmett Longo definitely having a breakout couple of weeks here. 6 for 110 today and 2 touchdowns. 2 big one-on-one catch opportunities for him here. As on defense, we are looking at Julius Gums with 3 tackles for loss and quite a few other tackles for loss candidates here. And then 2 sacks for Terrain Figueroa. And an interception that we were able to pull down ourselves with Cornell Bowie today. Strong performance from our team as we enter the last episode. Unfortunately, not even close, it would seem. But the last game of this episode Do we have any positive updates in recruiting? Let's go ahead and find out. And we do indeed receive a verbal commitment here from Evan Nitschke. That is it. And it looks like we are, oh my God, we're getting passed up at the very end of a recruitment. This is torture, guys. Okay, so we end up upping the offer on Jazir Tompkins. We give him 120 NIL to make him more interested. Hopefully that helps us get back in that recruitment against Michigan State. Looking decent enough for everybody else currently on our board. And then, except for Evan Nitschke here, we do have him verbally committed, but he is visiting Memphis this week. And that is a huge concern as we have a matchup of our own here against Temple. I don't know what recruits are in attendance, but whoever is in attendance, we need to have a good performance here for today. So let's hop in and get it going. Okay, last matchup as we are here at Temple, taking on a Temple Owls team that has always given us a struggle. Will it be that way today? We're going to waste no time and hop in here to the moments to find out. As we score 7 points here early, as we take an early lead in this game, as we are already in the second quarter. So game already kind of flying by here in our very first moment of the game, as we are going to have a red zone or close to opportunity here, as we're going to hand off to Deuce Lawrence. And once again, a dead body is going to be dumped right at our feet, but we will pile through it and pick up the first. And now we have a red zone opportunity. Let's see if we can dial up a little bit of play action here, maybe catch this Temple team committing to the run a little too hard with the stars we've got, as we are going to dump one here to George Nidgeman and pick up a good chunk here and make it 2nd and 1. On 2nd and 1 here, we've got Chad Draghi in the backfield, and we will hand it off to him. He's got the burst, and he's going to get chopped down like a tree inside the 5, but we will continue to push here with the run game on 1st and goal. Going to hand it off to our big bruiser back here, and he cannot push his way into the end zone. So here on 2nd and goal, let's go ahead and maybe catch our breath a little bit. Let's see if we can maybe dial up a quick pass in the pistol, as everything's looking kind of covered. We're going to try to rip one in there to Deuce Lawrence, and he's going to hang on despite the contact. Touchdown Roadrunners. It's 14-0 here early. We are given another red zone opportunity here. Still 14-0 in this ball game. Late into the first half now, as we are inside of the 20-yard line, inside the 15 even, as we are going to drop back to pass here. One-on-one shot for Emmett Longo. Time, maybe not this time. Couldn't quite time it, as we will dial up a run here on 2nd, I think. Continue to try to force our will down their throats here, as we are not going to find any space. Continuing to really struggle running the ball in the last few games, which is kind of concerning. Luckily, our passing game is kind of making up for that lack of production there, as we're going to find the is that the redshirt freshman Stephen Montgomery, who's our tight end, or not our tight end, but our fullback this year, because obviously Chad Draghi should not be playing fullback, should be playing running back. As on 1st and goal here, we are going to give him another opportunity to force his way in. Doesn't even have to. There's plenty of space. Touchdown, Roadrunners. This is anything but a close game right now. It's looking to be all Roadrunners as we enter the second half. We are finally given a defensive moment here, though, as it is 4th and 4. So we're actually going to switch down to man coverage. Can our man-to-man defense help us out here, as they're going to step up and get sacked? Julius Gums comes through on 4th down, and it is going to be our ball here, 3rd and 6. I am more than happy, more than pleased with the level of effort in today's game. However, I truly wish we could have seen this kind of ball from our team when we were playing up against opponents where it really would have mattered against. So 3rd and 5 here. Once again, we're up big. Why not go up and give our guy a chance here, as we're going to try to time it up. We do time it, but they do knock it away, as it's going to be 4th and 5 here. We're up big. Not any pressure to score a touchdown. Let's go ahead and give our kicker an opportunity to get his leg nice and warm for today, as he's going to put it right above the hands. And it is a 24-0 ball game here. Getting late into the 4th quarter, Temple finally scores, but we answer right back, and it is 31-6 here, as we are on defense for another opportunity. It is 4th and 9. Temple is absolutely desperate to get something going, and they almost managed to sneak one in there. Unfortunately, pass can't quite reach their receiver, and this game is just about over. We do have the ball here inside of the red zone, but this is mostly just to run out the clock, as Chad Draghi is definitely looking a little banged up here. We put Chew Clock on, happily let the clock run down here, as we're going to let Draghi, we're going to let Deuce Lawrence come in and take a carry. Only picks up a yard for himself that time. But as we walk out of yet another good showing here against Temple, the big takeaway is Deuce Lawrence is going to make a miss its score as the buzzer's about to beat. And this game will actually be 38-6. The big takeaway for me is how much our run game is struggling overall. Obviously, 21 attempts for 112 yards is fine, but we know what our offensive run game can do at its peak. We've seen games where both of them were going over 200 or over 100. Briggs Cherry here today, 18 of 26, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not doing a lot of yardage, but a lot of efficiency today from our offense here, as Chad Draghi has, I guess he had himself a decent game if we're really thinking about it. Briggs Cherry contributing 24 yards of his own, Deuce Lawrence with 42. Run game, just not as explosive, I think. I think we can really utilize the run game to be more explosive. We're just not really getting that kind of result right now. And then receiving-wise, once again, our 2 big outside guys really leading the way for us, and that's just exciting. It's nice to have big play receivers again, as we have another pretty decent day here defensively, getting a few tackles for loss, a few sacks, and a turnover. Can't complain about the overall performance, although, like I said, it would have been nice a few weeks ago against a team that would have been a lot nicer to beat. But as we will move on to next week and the end of this episode, we now find ourselves with 4 crucial games here to get ourselves into the postseason. And even once we get into the postseason, we are really going to have to be on our A game with the way that we have started out this season. But we do receive a verbal commitment from Xavier Shorter. We see a hard commitment from Evan Nitschke, so thank goodness we avoid a flip to Memphis in this situation here, as we will... Okay, so we're going to have to pivot at cornerback, but that'll be a job for next episode. And we are here against Florida Atlantic. Let's check the schedule here. Let's see who we have left to face. We have 4 games left against FAU, Memphis, Army, UAB. We know that Memphis is no joke of a matchup, so that will be a very tough matchup in its own right. So can we do it? It'll have to wait for next episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, please tell me you did, because I sure did not. It was yet another tough loss against Nebraska. Thankfully, afterwards, we managed to bounce back very strong and put together a really solid 3-game stretch. So if you're loving the series, if you want to keep it going, please hit the like button, comment down below what you're thinking, and hit the subscribe button to help our channel reach more people and grow our community. I hope to catch you in the next episode here very, very soon. Take care.